Richard Borson with Gravel Driveway Recovery. We've got an interesting one today because not only do we have to take care of this driveway, but the way we're going to take care of it with these large ruts here is by first ditching areas out. So we're going to ditch areas on the left here. We're going to ditch an area on the left at the beginning. So let's get into it. And I'd like you to meet Snow. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have this ditch dug. Obviously, it's going to handle the water that's coming over from the right there. But also, it'll handle any water that's coming from the left. Now, there's not going to be a whole lot coming from the left because it's going to be pitching to the left. But anything that does come off the driveway, we want to make sure we grab it. There you can see we're enjoying a little rain while we're while we're digging. It's always fun to get a little moisture going. Actually, I enjoy moisture when we've got gravel down and we're just about to compact it. That's always nice because it compacts. But when you're working with the dirt, it's no good. And we were really having to deal with rain and working around the rain on this one because we kept getting these downpours but we had to completely regrade this road. You can see here we're taking off this major high side, which is one of the culprits of why that rut that you saw at the beginning is forming. It's getting trapped by this high side. You've seen that in some of my other videos, and it is keeping the water from getting off the driveway, and then water starts grooving a path. First, what we got to do is cut this high side. And so you can see my son there, Joey, who is 15, great operator, does a great job for me. You can see him taking off that high point, and you can see that we're starting to get it pitching the correct direction. You can see on the left side there that you can see visually the water is going to be able to get off. So we're going to switch that off, and get our bucket and start working on getting some of these other areas fixed up so that it'll be ready to drop a lot of gravel this next day. All right, so what we're doing here is we're just compacting the dirt that we have graded out so that we can make sure it's hard. We've got a good subgrade in order to then place the gravel on top of it. Additionally, we're compacted because we know there's going to be a rain between now, this day, and the day, and a couple days later when we lay the gravel. And so we want to compact it to try to get it to absorb as little of the water as possible, get as much runoff as we can, and get it away and off of this driveway. But you can see here that we've basically brought it back down to its to the subgrade of dirt and regraded it, reshaped it, and so we've got to compact it to make sure that we've got a stable subgrade for the gravel that we're going to be putting on top of it. All right, here's 2 days later. Now this was tricky. You could see that the ground is wet. It's actually rained pretty hard, but you can see that it's handled it pretty well. The trick is that that truck could not get down that dirt and then be able to get back up. It had to reverse gate spread in order to be able to maintain some traction. And then we're getting our bucket after it's dumped. We're spreading it, and then we're running the roller over it in order to get it compacted so that we can build up on top of it. And also to give it so that it won't turn as much under the dump truck's tires, because this was a very steep, it's about 22% grade driveway, and it was very difficult for the truck to get up and down. There was several times when it got stuck and we had to get it out. He was able to get it out. We didn't have to pull it out, fortunately. So this compaction is critical. It's very important to compact this as we're building back up, because what it will do is create a very stable driveway. And with gravel, you've got to have that, because gravel is not as durable or impervious to changes as, say, asphalt or concrete. And so it's very critical that you get it compacted well. Now here you can see we've got some crush that we're laying over, and so we're going to start capping this 2-inch with crush. That's going to allow us to then we'll get that spread out, and we'll get that compacted as well. You can see the branches popping off Those branches weren't in there when they dumped the gravel. Those branches are coming from the trees that our good friend, the dump truck driver, is doing some free tree trimming for us along the way. You can see our friend Snow keeping a close eye on us, making sure we're not messing up here. And here you go. This is what it looks like when we're done. So it's coming down that 22% grade hill, goes into a saddle, and comes back up the other side to the house. Well, I hope you enjoyed this and maybe even learned something or two. I certainly learned a few things on this job, and I will take that, as I try to learn from every job I do, take that and apply it to the next job I do. Thanks for watching.